Now we're going to do tower skate rescue using the aux block and the gated rated handline hook. So let's go ahead and attach our aux to some secure anchorage on the ground. We're going to use the front of this truck. The aux is going to work as a descender device on our skate line. Super easy to use. Let's go through some of the components here on our skate line. We have this webbing strap here. This is our temporary anchorage. It's got a tie back snap on it, so it actually snaps back into itself. That's going to go up on the structure and secure our whole skate block assembly. It's attached to a carabiner, which goes into a high directional pulley, just a simple pulley system. It also goes down to our gated rated handline hook. Super easy to use. Open that up, clip it into the sternal or dorsal D-ring of your victim. Also attached in the eye of the main line right here is this swivel beaner, and that's connected to a skate block, this little mini block. That's our skate block, and that's going to slide down the main line. Now I have a slip knot right here, and the purpose of that is to keep this assembly together. It's really easy to make. All you do is just do a little coil of rope, take a tuck in here. Some people call this a grunt knot or a slip knot. And that keeps this skate assembly from sliding down. So we can get it up to the tower and get it hooked up without everything coming apart. Let's go ahead and hook it up on the tower. All right, we're up here on the structure. Let's go ahead and hook up our temporary anchorage with our tie back snap. I'm going to wrap it around the structure, tie it back into the webbing, make sure it's securely connected. Also try and avoid any sharp edges. If you can't avoid sharp edges, use some canvas material, something like that, to pad between the webbing, the temporary anchorage, and the structure. Okay, looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove the rest of my skate block assembly from the handline hook. We're done with this. Looks good. I'm going to take my gated rated handline hook and attach it to the D-ring on the front here. Everything looks pretty good. Okay, I got that slip knot. Let's go ahead and remove that. The groundman could do it by just pulling really hard. And let's just go through and make sure all our connections are good. Temporary anchorage looks good. Carabiner's locked on our high directional pulley right here. We come down to our gated rated. It's connected to our swivel beaner, which goes to our little skate block. Everything looks great. We're ready to skate them down once we get everything connected on the ground. Now this is a pretty simple scenario because we can reach him. But let's say he was hanging off the end of an arm or something like that, and he was just hanging by his fall arrest equipment. Well, that would kind of change things up a little bit. So let's go ahead and go through that scenario. Attach his fall arrest right here. So in this scenario, you can't reach him, okay? He's on the structure. You can't reach any of his D-rings. You can't attach to him, but you can reach his fall arrest equipment. So what we would do here is we would go ahead and take a pressic, and I know we've talked about these before. I'm going to use it again. And this time we're going to do a 4-wrap pressic hitch onto his fall arrest. So here's his fall arrest attached. Let's do 4 quick wraps. 3, and this last one. 4. Dress it out, make sure it's nice, just like buttons on an aluminum tie, right? Now we use 4 wraps because it really doesn't slide very well, it just grips really tight. So in this scenario, this is what we're going to anchor to. This is going to replace the D-ring. Because we can't reach him, we're going to take our gated rated, and we're going to go right into the pressic, the friction eye on the pressic of the fall arrest equipment, okay? Okay, so the guy in the ground is going to grab the rope bag. He's going to bring it on over to our skate block anchor system. Okay, so we'll make sure this is a really solid anchor. So a question we get sometimes is how far away should our skate block anchorage be away from our structure? Well, the most ideal condition you could have, it would be a 1-to-1. So if we're up 100 feet, we want our skate block anchorage to be 100 feet out. All right, so everything looks good up on top. I take my main line. This is my main line. And I place it on my aux, and I want to make sure that my main line wraps around the friction bar, okay? That's going to keep, just with 2 clicks, 1 wrap, that's going to keep any twisting that's going to be on this main line and not go back into my bag. Now I'm going to pull up on the system, take the slack out. You can see how it's already starting to lift him up. Okay, now right here I have an option. I could make this system a little safer if I wanted to. If I was lacking people or I just wanted a safer system, I can use a prusik. So I happen to have one right here. And these come in the kits if you want one. Okay, so I'm just going to do a 3-wrap prusik. If you're unfamiliar with prusiks and want to learn more about them, go to our side swivel pulley video where we talk about progress capture and how you can use prusiks and tie them. So I do 3 wraps, check it, dress it, slide it down, hook it onto my aux block, and I want to set it. And set it just means just get it to grab the rope. Don't take any more slack out of this, my mainline system. There we go. I'm going to slide my prusik back out. Let's do it one more time. Okay, my prusik is actually holding the load for me right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk down the main line as high as I can. I'm going to pull down on this main line. And what's that going to, that's going to create a mechanical advantage, which is actually going to lift the mannequin out of the support of his FRE. Okay, so that actually proves our system, proves our rescue system that it's going to lift them, everything's connected well. If I just came up here and cut it with a knife, I don't know if the system works. This way, it actually proves the system. So let's do it. Come over here and unhook his FRE. Release him into my main line. Now on the ground, the guy in the tower is going to want to make sure he tells the guy on the ground that, hey, the FRE is released, he's ready to be skated down. On the ground, we're going to go ahead and grab our haul line. Now we're going to slide our prusik. This is a matter of pushing back on it. We're going to bring him on down. He's skating away from the structure. Not too far because this is a very short structure. Unhook him. Okay. Well, this completes our skate rescue using the Buckingham Tower Rescue Kit. Now let's take a look at this out in the field.